is In the Know for Monday, June 6th, the 157th day of 2022. There are 208 days left in the year. Good morning, MB, guiding you through In the Know at K105. On Litchfield Country Station, 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app, using the SoundCloud, iTunes, or Spotify podcast, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. Plus, we'll give you a chance to win with the water cooler question. That and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire. The mom is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
You, what author are you currently reading?
Dean Koontz.
I thought maybe it was Dean Koontz. I had seen a Dean Koontz novel lying around, and but you've got
weird.
3 or 4 lying around. It's weird.
Yeah.
So
I used to be like really into him, but
how many books do you think you're going to read in your lifetime by the time it's all said and done?
I have no idea.
You want to guess at how many the average person reads?
No.
The average number read in a lifetime is 735 for females, 684 for males. 735 books read for females, 684 for males. I think you're going to exceed your 730.
There's a chance I already have.
Yeah, I'd say you're already. That's just, you got to have people that read none,
right,
and then read people that read at the level you do. But summer is reading season, hanging around the pool, the beach, whatever. Mm-hmm. He is a 5-time winner of the coveted Ohio Newshawk Award. He's a 2-time Silver Sound nominee, covering every corner of the globe: London, Budapest, Rio, Tokyo, and Cincinnati. He's Sam Gormley and the Sparks. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ralph.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Last time I saw you was at Great American Ballpark.
Indeed. Yes.
But you and I got to take in a game with our dads.
Yeah, it was nice.
On Thursday. And it was a good way to take in a game.
And they won, which makes it even better.
And I do admire your restraint. You said you would not, even though you were adjacent to the press box, you would not utter the phrase, and this one belongs to the Reds.
You can't do that.
I thought of it, though, didn't you?
I feel like there would have been alarms that would have sounded in that, and it just would not have been allowed.
You had a good long weekend, though?
Yeah, it was good.
You went back to the ballpark on Saturday?
Yes.
Did they win on Saturday?
No.
Oh, okay.
They lost 10-8.
So you're not the good luck charm after all.
No, afraid not. So
Okay.
it was... Yeah, it was a good weekend, though.
Well, maybe it's my dad. My dad, he proclaimed to be the good luck charm because when we were there September 1st, they won. They scored a bunch of runs, and then they scored a bunch of runs Thursday night while he was there.
Maybe it was my dad.
So I guess it's a possibility. But you had you also celebrated your mom?
Yes.
Yeah, her birthday?
25 yesterday.
25. It's 25 candles on the cake and all that.
Yes.
Good.
Her brother made other comments towards it, but I say it's her 25th.
Well, brothers can do that. Sons, it's best that sons stay out of the doghouse.
Yeah, the brother said that he was looking for the 80 candles. But, yeah.
Well, shots fired. Okay.
Yes.
We got to be careful. The sibling rivalry heating up. We had a nice long weekend. I had a meeting Thursday morning involving the Kentucky Broadcasters Association. So then I parlayed that into an evening at Great American Ballpark, and Sam and his dad got to be there, and got some other people that we know that were happy to see, and got to be right there next to the TV and radio booths and all that. So that was a new experience. And then Friday, just working outside, doing some things that needed to be accomplished, and it was really a nice weekend weather-wise. Friday was a great day. Took in a T-ball game, squeaked out another win on Friday. It's good. All those games are nip and tuck, but I think I calculated it up, and we just had a couple more runs than the other team. Some people might not be keeping score, but I am. And then, so anyway,
I'll see Coach later. I'll get the lowdown. Do I need to get an interview for him?
Just ask him how he's feeling about his team as we're approaching the All-Star break. I'd like for him to.
Is he the coach of the All-Star team? Since he's the best team, and is that how that works?
That's between he and his family. Since they're kind of running the league, that'll be up to them. Strong storms possible later today. We will see clusters of thunderstorms that will be possible this afternoon and evening. Could be some strong wind gusts with that. We will see another system moving in on Wednesday, and it will appear to be arriving with not as much fuel for strong thunderstorms as maybe is what we will receive today, but you could see some locally heavy rainfall on Wednesday. So today we'll say thunderstorms, 80% chance of rain, a high of 85. Thunderstorms tonight, 80% chance of that, a low of 69. Scattered thunderstorms, a 1 in 3 chance of rain for tomorrow, and a high of 85 is what to expect. Then the extended forecast. Saturday looks to be rainy, but not overly warm. Sunday looks like a nice day. So a lot can change between now and then. So just kind of keep an eye on things as we move forward. Internationally, some of the headlines going on. Russia hits Kiev with missiles, and Putin is warning the West on supplying more arms. The Ukrainian armed forces have received will be receiving new arms packages from the NATO allies, a lot of which coming from the United States. One of the things that they are worried about, they're concerned about giving Ukrainians weapons packages that would enable them to strike facilities that are outside Ukraine and into Russia. The world's stance on helping Ukraine has been to enable them to defend themselves, but they are quickly growing into an area where they need an arms package that would enable them to then strike back onto areas of Russia, and then you just have twice the collateral damage as a result of some of the war. And so I don't know where you draw the line. I don't know where you say enough is enough or too much is too much, but Putin is warning at the West about how many arms and defense packages, weaponry that they give to Ukrainians. But on a similar note, I had forgotten this was the year of the World Cup. Back during Eurovision, which is basically International American Idol, the Ukrainian entry was being pulled for by the world. Like the world was really wanting Ukraine's entry to win just because we're looking for places to rally. And Ukrainian players wept in the rain while applauding their dejected supporters after they missed out on the World Cup by losing 1-0 to Wales in Europe's last playoff for the World Cup. They held that yesterday. Wales hasn't been there in 64 years, but so, part of that area is happy for Wales to get there. But Wales advances now and will play United States in November.
Yeah, they're in the same
Cup.
Group, so at least the United States didn't have to play Ukraine.
Sure, you wouldn't want to have to.
But now the best part about that is I think England is also in the United States, so you get Wales against England.
Oh, that would be interesting. Is this World Cup set up? Is it lasts more than a 12-month calendar period? Are they playing qualifiers now?
Qualifiers started like 16 months ago.
Okay.
Qualifiers happen forever, but the World Cup is typically starting in like a couple of weeks. But since this year it's held in Qatar,
they're trying to play it in the winter.
They moved it to
Qatar.
it's like Thanksgiving to Christmas, give or take, something like that.
Well, I knew it said that Wales would play United States in November, and I thought normally I remember watching the World Cup in summer.
Since it's in Qatar, because Qatar would be a little warm.
160 degrees in August in Qatar, so in November it'll only be 110 degrees.
I think they even built some domes.
I also read where Abbott Nutrition has restarted their production at their Michigan baby formula that's been closed for months due to contamination. The February shutdown of the largest formula factory in the country led to supply problems, and they are saying it will take. They're going to start with the specialty formulas, the formulas for babies that have allergies or other special conditions. They feel like that's the most vital. Like those parents have the lesser options, so they're going to start with those, bringing those back online, and then the rest will follow. It's going to take about 3 weeks for formula to get from their boot up to consumers, so still about 3 more weeks. But at least maybe if you found yourself in a formula shortage situation, maybe you'll have some welcome news that relief could be on the way. Closer to home, a dump truck overturned on the WK Parkway just east of Litchfield Friday, took out a big section of guardrail. There's a lot of guardrail missing on the Parkway right now, some of it intentional, some of it unintentional.
There's also a bridge missing.
There is also a bridge missing. They made quick work of removing that bridge. Friday morning, just before 9, the Litchfield Police Department and fire departments and EMS and Transportation Cabinet workers responded to the overturned dump truck between the 108 and 109 mile marker in the westbound Parkway. They found the front passenger side tire of dump truck, which was hauling concrete grindings from the road work being completed, blew out, caused the driver to lose control, destroyed about a 50-foot section of guardrail, and left the roadway while the truck rolled onto its side. Driver was uninjured. They had closed both lanes for a while to right the overturned truck, and then they reopened the Parkway. That area there's so much disruption on the Parkway right now. It's hard to know how much is 1 lane, 2 lane, but just before 11 o'clock, they got that area reopened. Grayson County High School tennis coach Sherry Vincent has been named the 3rd Region Boys Coach of the Year. She is now a finalist for the State Coach of the Year that's voted on annually by the Coaches Association here in Kentucky. Of course, she helped put a doubles team in the state tournament. She helped put Owen Brown in the state tournament to the first seed in school history on the boys' side. So getting the accolades from her peers, fellow coaches there in the 3rd region, and she'll find out later in the summer, I guess, if she.
Hopefully she can win it, because I liked learning that one of the other boys coaches that has won it is Kyle Macy.
Oh yeah,
so she could be listed in the same list as Kyle Macy.
She's good or better than Kyle Macy anyway.
Clearly.
Let's see. I was saddened to hear the first report now. That situation a couple of weeks ago was former Kentucky State Police officer, former Kentucky State Police trooper, and currently chief deputy of the Callaway County Sheriff's Office, lost his life in a shooting in Marshall County on May 16th, I think it was. And the details were so few that it was hard to understand what led to that happening outside. It happened outside the Marshall County Sheriff's Office, which I thought was an odd location. And now the KSP Critical Response Team is issued its preliminary findings in what happened. And it says that about 1 o'clock Monday afternoon, May 16th, the Marshall County Special Response Team arrested 30-year-old Gary Rowland of Murray in Benton on outstanding warrants. They were issued for charges including escaping parole, other drug and firearm-related crimes. They transported him to the sheriff's office. He was questioned. He was interviewed by Deputy Donald Bowman and Chief Deputy Jody Cash. They interviewed him for an investigation unrelated to the arrest warrants. They are both part of the DEA. Were both part of the DEA task force. He asked if he could go outside to smoke a cigarette, and they escorted him outside in front of the Marshall County Sheriff's Office. While he was smoking, he produced a handgun, which he had concealed on his person, and he shot Cash. And that's basically how that incident happened. And
how did they not check him?
I mean, you would presume law enforcement officers are thorough. They are, they're trained for that type of thing, but they make mistakes, or you overlook things, or you get in a hurry, or you get distracted. I don't know what led to that concealment not being discovered, but it clearly cost Deputy Cash's life. And so it at least gives us a little more understanding of the picture that was being painted that morning. So I'm sure there'll be more information available as the investigation continues. On Friday, the planned Blue Oval SK Battery Park in Hardin County was named the Manufacturing Project of the Year by the industry publication Area Development. The publication issued its Kentucky's third Gold Shovel Award in 6 years, while recognizing Ford Motor Company and SK Innovation's $5.8 billion investment in Kentucky. So,
do they actually get a gold shovel?
Sure. Yeah.
Wonder who gets it.
It might be tiny miniature one.
Does that go to Ford? Does that go to Bashir? Who gets it?
No. That's a good question.
These are the questions we need answered.
There's a committee looking into it. Kentucky Secretary of State Michael Adams says he will support legislation to only allow recount requests from candidates coming within 1 percentage point of the winner. Adams spoke out after at least 6 losing Republican candidates from the May primary filed petitions requesting an official recount of the vote, it including 2 who lost by 36 percentage points and more than 2,000 votes. Adams described several of the recount requests as frivolous. The common thread among 5 recount petitioners is these candidates ran, he says, on a liberty platform of anti-establishment distrust with the government. He says, but there's really nothing that's liberty-ish or libertarian about what they're doing. It used to be that conservatives were against wasting taxpayer resources, he said. So he is determined to eliminate the frivolity. If you lose by 36 points,
you're done.
Just go home.
You lost. Give up.
Well, and it's the squeaky wheel. That's the. I'm for standing up for what's right, and I'm for principles, and I think we've got lots of problems. But just being a squeaky wheel for the sake of being a squeaky wheel doesn't do anyone any good.
Didn't we have a magistrate race of about 20 votes? And I think that there was no issues there. I think it's just it just shows that there is a way to lose.
A few years ago, we had one much closer than that.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I can't remember exactly what year, but I think maybe 14.
It didn't come down to the coin flip, did it?
No, not quite, but it was headed that direction. The Muhammad Ali Center and Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher have announced a public awareness campaign for the boxing legend's image to appear on a U.S. Postal Service stamp. The U.S. Conference of Mayors, today will vote on a resolution to support Muhammad Ali's image on a postal stamp and encourage public support. A social media campaign using the Get the Champ a Stamp hashtag will encourage public involvement. It can take up to 3 years for the Postal Service to launch a new stamp.
Okay. Oh. All right.
If you collect stamps, I guess that's cool, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I usually just get the simplest ones,
Joey Logano beat Kyle Busch in overtime at Gateway. I'm not allowed to say anything about Kyle Busch. Is that right?
Yeah, you got yelled out last week.
Okay. So congratulations to Joey Logano.
I was in a suite one time at Kentucky Speedway, and he walked into the one next to me.
Joey Logano did?
So we could kind of see him through the window.
You know who better be careful walking into suites today? Ross Chastain. He ran into a bunch of people yesterday. He was fast, but he banged up a bunch of cars, and he claimed it. He did the old stupid. He was talking about, he said, I don't know why I keep making dumb mistakes like this. The equivalent, I don't know why they keep letting me drive. I just tear race cars up. I end everybody's day. I just thought, whoa, what a Chris Farley approach to things. He was just banging himself in the head.
You don't usually see NASCAR drivers
No,
take that route.
No, you don't. I think he knew payback is coming. That was the first Cup race at that WWT
Outside of St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yeah, it's actually on the good side of the river, but good side of the river being this side of the river. That's just because it's closer to us.
Is Illinois really that much?
It's not, but it's closer to home than the other side of the river.
That's true.
Louisville pounded Michigan 20-1 to force a finale for the Super Regional today. You following that? Kentucky, is Louisville the only sports team still playing? The only collegiate sports team still playing right now in Kentucky? I guess they are, aren't they?
Potentially, yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think. I don't
know that anybody else.
I mean, you got
playing.
the track, Kentucky track, getting ready to head to the national championships here in a couple of weeks in Oregon, if that counts.
Huh. Oh, yeah, they do that in the summer, don't they, as well? And then I was reading where Ann Turner Cook, the original Gerber baby, made infamous by Gerber baby food, has passed at age 95. She's the woman whose face as a young lady was sketched to become the iconic Gerber logo more than 90 years ago, has passed at age 90. So life well lived and her own kind of fame and notoriety, right? Everybody recognizes that Gerber baby. So gone on in at age 95. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Got plenty more on the way. Had a big weekend. We made it out to the movies. I'm going to tell you about that trip and more all coming up here on In the Know.
When you're feeling under the weather or concerned about your family's health, you want the support of a trusted medical provider who lives close by and is available to care for you and your family. Dr. Gregory Koo is a family medicine physician who is putting down roots in this community. With 22 years' experience, he's now accepting new patients in both Caneyville and at Owensboro Health Twin Lakes Medical Center in Litchfield. Learn more online at owensborohealth.org/KOO.
Big park, bigger fun, bigger smiles. Beach Bend Park. There's classic amusement rides for all ages. The famous Kentucky Rumbler roller coaster, daily shows, games, mini golf, and more. Soak up some sun and take the plunge in Splash Lagoon Water Park with wave pool, lazy river, interactive play area, and exhilarating water slides. Or relax in your own private cabana rental. Purchase tickets online and save on one-day admission. Or have twice the fun with a 2-day play pass for $49.99. Active, retired, and veteran armed forces always receive free admission with a valid, non-expired military ID and get a discount for accompanying family members. For bigger fun all summer long, come to Beach Bend Park, where the parking, tubes, and sunscreen are free. For park hours, to book a birthday party, purchase tickets, or a season pass, visit beachbend.com.
Fun for the whole family. Beach Bend Park.
TikTok launching a $5 subscription comedy series. Hollywood Reporter says the comedy docuseries, hosted by creator Jericho Menke, called Finding Jericho, will feature Menke doing comedic interviews with characters like a clown from Craigslist. Costs $5 for all 8 episodes, each 30 minutes long, with the first 2 running for free for all TikTok users. Last month, TikTok unveiled the live monthly subscription tool for creators on an invitation-only basis. Ring is raising the price of its Protect Basic subscription plan $1 more a month from $3 to $4, but will also increase some of the offerings like up to 100 days of video storage for its security cameras and more sophisticated sound detection and smart alerts. Snapchat is partnering with the restaurant review website The Infatuation to enable users to find local eats on the Snap Map. Once you find a restaurant you like, you could share it with your friends via chat or add it to your favorites to save it for later and come back to it when you're ready to make plans. Tech Report, Larry Olson, NBC News.
And if you wanna be a teacher's man, well, baby, you just better begin. Rock got no reason, rock got no rhyme. You better get me to school on time.
Today is D-Day, 78th anniversary of the Operation Overlord, storming the beaches of Normandy and Omaha and other various beaches there. It's always I I always remember. I always talk about the day after Memorial Day, talking about having watched Saving Private Ryan. Then D-Day comes about a week later, and you just kind of relive the experience all over again. It will be, so we're 2 years away from the 80th anniversary of that, and I would imagine there will be a big commemoration 2 years from today, celebrating that milestone. Before dawn, over 2,700 ships converged on Normandy, carrying 2 million tons of war materials and 155,000 troops. I was hearing on Rick and Bubba this morning, somebody was talking about watching Saving Private Ryan in the theater with two guys who were there, like two veterans who had been, who were part of the D-Day invasion, that watched it, and to see their reaction, that it's a pretty spot-on depiction. It's one thing for us to see it having not been there. Imagine watching it having been there and having to relive the experience. Wow. And that experience is one they relive every day. They don't have to go to the movie theater to do that. And of course, unfortunately we're losing. They'll soon all be gone from that greatest generation. I did think it was interesting, the password for the Operation Overlord. The password was Mickey Mouse. Thought that was interesting.
I didn't know that.
1944. It's also, thank God, it's Monday Day.
No.
I know they're trying to flip the script, trying to normally Friday. And it does feel a little like punishment because, last week we had a short week, and now this will feel
and
like...
no Monday last week.
Yeah, that's what.
Right?
Well, I mean, that's what ours was, even shorter than some people. And then it's Drive-In Movie Day, commemorating the opening of the first drive-in 89 years ago, 1933, in Camden, New Jersey. The first movie to be shown at the drive-in movie was called Wife Beware. Wife Beware. Haven't been to the drive-in in a long.
I've never been to a drive-in.
Never.
Oh, wow.
Never been to a drive-in theater.
I can't remember the last time.
Wow.
But
I mean, there aren't many left.
No, that's true. There's one
in Evansville, isn't there?
I think there's one in Evansville. There was one in Beaver Dam for a long time. I don't know if it's gone. There's one in Somerset, the US 27 drive-in. We just pass it all the time, is why we've never been. But and then there will be a couple others around there somewhere.
I know there used to be one in Florence in northern Kentucky, but it closed.
like Franklin?
Franklin. I was going to say Franklin or
I think
Scottsville,
Franklin or
but
Scottsville
they were
point.
barely holding on because they were so nostalgic. I guess in ways the pandemic could have helped drive-ins. So but I don't know. We used to have one here. Well, even in my lifetime, we used to have one. I think my parents will tell you about the time that there was one in Caneyville.
Really?
Yeah, they were apparently more plentiful.
Where was it in Caneyville?
Sort of.
You're probably going to say this, and
I'm going to tell you. I'll
Yeah, there's one in Franklin.
There's no sense in
apparently.
wasting everyone's time. If you know, you know. So
Okay.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
So I was speaking about D-Day, 1944, 78 years ago. It wasn't too long after that QE2 ascended. It was only 8 years later that she ascended to the throne as now the oldest royal in the world, longest serving monarch in British history, and she has become worldwide just known as the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
She is not just the United Kingdom's queen. She's just the queen. It helps that because of the Commonwealths, or over the last 70 years, areas that were Commonwealths that now have their independence, that their heritage still derives from control by Great Britain. And so it is remarkable from that aristocracy thing. You can like it, you can not like it, but if America has a queen, it's her. Is that fair enough to say?
Well, we got Latifah too.
Well, we got some other queens, but
Yeah, no, she's great.
I just really enjoyed watching some of the Jubilee. I loved seeing the military planes flying in the formation of 70.
Oh, the best is the kid, though.
Yeah, the little
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was fast. Listen, if I'd been his mama,
It was fun to see the Royals, though, waving the Union Jack and singing, at the celebration. They were actually, they can be normal people. They maintain this guise and this, sort of regal and but then on times like then they kind of let their hair down a little bit. So I didn't get to watch a lot of the coverage, but I did enjoy what I got to see. And, the Queen made her appearance on Thursday out there on the balcony and waved to the subjects. And then they thought, well, we probably won't see her the rest of the week because of her mobility issues, but she made a surprise appearance yesterday. So anyway, I just thought,
and I think she had some chest pains too, or something.
Probably. I mean, when you've led the life that she has, and it hasn't all been easy. It's heavy as the head that wears the crown. So anyway, I enjoyed it. We will not see that again. I doubt there will be a monarch anywhere that will serve 70 years.
I mean, you got to think right now with the British. I mean, because her son's almost 70, probably, isn't he?
He's later than 70.
Yeah.
He's probably closing in on 80.
And then the next one is in his 40s. And then George, I guess, unless something would happen to the three of them, and George would become king.
Is William 40 yet? I don't think William's 40 yet.
He's probably pretty close,
Is he?
William.
But
let's see.
I'm for. Of course, they're going to do the thing of Prince Charles and Camilla. They're going to give them their tour.
Oh, well, you're right. William turns 40 on the 21st, so in 2 weeks. So you're right.
So he's going to. But it's hard to believe he's 40 already. Those boys were. I mean, it's
what George is 6 maybe.
Yeah, he could be 8. So William and Kate got married in 2011.
He's 8. He'll be 9 next month.
Yeah. I saw a thing that maybe this will making mornings matter. Do you have I said it's thank God it's Monday. Was it easy getting up today? Was it hard getting up today? Was it?
I struggled.
You struggled?
No, I mean, it's
because it's
same,
Monday?
Same as any day.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. So make your mornings better, even Mondays. Here are some tips according to the experts. 1, prep the night before. Pack your bag, set out your clothes, make your lunch.
I go home for lunch, so it's not that much. And I mean, my bag's usually packed anyways.
Start with a stretch. It increases blood flow and releases feel-good endorphins. Oh, those stretches that you get into that you can't let go of, like the stretches that overtake you. Take on an easy challenge. Start your day with a mental exercise, even Wordle, or it'll kickstart your brain. Move your body. Any kind of exercise is good. Give your phone a rest. Stick to a routine. And I thought when I read this morning, I thought, who doesn't have a routine? Are there people that wake up every day
and do something different?
They just wake up and go.
Well, I guess if you're retired or something, maybe. But
I think there are people that work that do different things. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
I mean, mine's get up, shower, and it's the same thing every day.
I can't imagine. And I have a different routine. I have a weekday routine. I have a Saturday routine. I have a Sunday routine.
Think about me. I'm not necessarily, I'm obviously more routined now.
Yeah.
But not really before. Kind of flop out of the seat of my pants, kind of.
But even micro routines, though, I mean, like when you wake up, there's certain things that you do in a certain order. I mean, I think everybody has at least a small routine.
Check their phone.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
Go to the restroom.
It just seems like to me that to live like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think even retired people, the older you get, the more settled you may have a retirement routine, but you have a routine. Express gratitude and let go of what doesn't work. You don't need to get up at 5 a.m. to have a good morning, so you also need to start the day with green juice or immediately meditate. The best thing for you to do is to understand what works for you and what doesn't, and just let that be. So those are some of the recommended things to do and not to do from experts. 73% of people say that the weather directly impacts productivity at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what, 27% are lying?
I guess. The survey of 2,000 working
Or not
adults
working.
delved
I'm
into
sorry.
the impact weather may have on productivity, finding 73% believe it directly impacts how they work. Over 1 in 4 respondents, claim that cool temperatures, 28%, clear blue skies, 27%, have a connection to being more productive at work. I guess the cool temperatures mean if it's cool outside and you can't go outside,
It's not
you're
hurting your
less likely
feelings.
to want to go outside, so you're inside
And
being
then if
productive.
it's raining, you just want to take a nap.
Right. This coincides with 43% of people who believe that they do their best work in the spring. It's no surprise then that 65% prefer working outside when the weather is nice, from getting work done in local cafes at 53% to rooftops at 48% and patios at 40%. The survey also suggests that summer Fridays could be the key to feeling happier at work. About 6 in 10% say that their jobs offer the warm weather perk, meaning they allow a short day or day off on occasional Fridays during the season. Over 8 in 10 employees say they benefit from this perk because it makes them feel much happier at work.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, get out and enjoy the weekend. Especially, I mean, this past Friday, it was really, really nice out.
It was good. The past couple of Fridays have been really nice. The lack of sleep can make others look less attractive to you. Sleep goggles are a real thing. The phenomenon actually does the opposite of what booze does, right? Not beer goggles, sleep goggles. A recent study say lack of sleep could be interfering in your love life because it makes others look less attractive to you. Not getting enough shut-eye alters the way we see others, and not in a good way.
I think it alters lots of things.
There's no doubt about that, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Uber has revealed their most common and most unusual lost and found items.
Oh, gosh. You can only guess. Most common phone?
Yeah. Lost and Found Index, released Friday by Uber, revealed the most common items left behind in Uber vehicles during the past years. So they were, I thought it was interesting that they said phones/cameras. I know that if you're carrying like an SLR camera or something high end,
That thing's not leaving your...
no, you're not forgetting it. But when are they going to stop going phone/? It's just your phone. People are losing your phone. It happens to also have a camera on it. It's just
It's a DSLR or something, but then you're not leaving that thing.
no. And plus, it's the size of a small child. So your case,
Well, people leave kids.
well, that's true. Wallet,
Yeah, that makes
keys,
sense. Yeah.
backpacks, purses, headphones, speakers, glasses, clothing,
Speakers?
vaping devices. Yeah, the little portable.
Oh, I guess.
Like something that size. Vaping devices, jewelry, and identification, IDs.
That makes sense.
Some of the most unique items
Oh, gosh.
reported lost by passengers. Tater tots,
What, like you drove through and you left them?
I guess.
I don't know that that's necessarily
I think you
leaving
just
them. I
dropped
think
them.
that's more of, I don't want to take these with me.
Abandoned.
Yes.
Fingernail,
Ew.
my grandma's teeth,
Oh, dear.
500 grams of caviar, a pizza costume, a painting of a moose, a Billie Eilish ukulele.
I think some of these people are just leaving to
This
play
is
little
their
jokes.
dumpster.
Uh-huh.
An Employee of the Month plaque, a Bernie Sanders fanny pack, a crochet strawberry, a bucket of slime, a brown tortoise, and a stethoscope. Those
Must have had a
some
doctor.
of the more unique. That's funny. And a Florida man from Orlando, Florida, Orange County. They're searching for an Orlando man accused of falling back into his old ways. Timothy Jones is his name. He's 59 years of age. He served an 8-year prison sentence for robbing a bank. He was in prison for 8 years for robbing a bank. The day he was released, he robbed a bank.
He'd had 8 years to
He
plan.
could not even wait a single day. And
Well,
now he's robbed a bank. Yeah.
Maybe he just likes being in the big house.
Maybe. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. The water cooler question is on the way. You're on In the Know.
When caring for a family member, their state of health is continually on your mind. And when they're faced with a health concern, you'll do just about anything to make them feel better. Rest assured, their feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know all about your family's health history so we can provide you with educated advice. So when someone's counting on you to help them maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember, at Midway Pharmacy.
Here's a simple truth about higher education. If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. From 6-week certificates to 2 or 4-year degrees. There's an option for you. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
This Father's Day, find the perfect gift for the dad who loves the perfect yard. From steel chainsaws and blowers to trimmers and edgers, our gas-powered equipment starts at just $149.99. Whether dad wants a hard-working tool for a project or a yard he can show off, find the gift he'll love to use. Visit our Father's Day gift guide at steelusa.com/gift guide. All prices MSRP. Available at participating dealers.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours at steelusa.com. The majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
While we may disagree a lot, we do agree Rural King's our favorite place for pets.
Like cats, all the toys and treats and the fun little beds.
I like the dog section, the food, the chewies. Oh, pig ears.
Of course you choose the Easy Pet.
Right, because your cats are so warm and loyal.
I hope the doghouse is warm tonight.
It's never warm.
No, it's not. Can I help you?
Yeah,
catnip.
rawhide?
Catnip.
At Leggett & Platt, joining the team means when you work a week, you get paid for a week. And since there's only one shift, you work days and know when you work. Production trainees now start at $16.60 per hour, but with incentives, you'll work to around $18 an hour. So you can make nearly $18 an hour as a production trainee, and at the end of the week, you get paid. You have bills to pay, a family to raise, and responsibilities to live up to. So get paid weekly and work a consistent schedule at Leggett & Platt on Ed Embry Drive in Litchfield. Apply in person or online. An equal opportunity employer.
Discover family fun at Kentucky Kingdom. Soar through the air and splash under the sun for the best summer escape. Beat the heat in big waves or winding lazy rivers. And get soaked in a 4-story playground at Hurricane Bay. Enjoy big fun for little ones all day. Visit 2 days for only $27.50 per day. Plan now at KentuckyKingdom.com.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms are in the forecast for this afternoon, some of which could be strong to severe. Damaging winds and small hail are the main threats. As we head into tonight, that severe threat gradually drops off, but we'll keep some rain in the forecast into early tomorrow morning. From the Wave News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Baby, I'll try to love again, but I know the first cut is the deep.
Did you know, in 2006, CNN listed Mark Zuckerberg among the 10 people who don't matter.
Well, in 2006, did he matter?
Well, not nearly as much, but it makes me wonder if that served as his motivation. You know, if he said, "Oh, I don't matter." Okay, well, I'll show.
They even knew who he was.
I'll show you who matters and who doesn't. Yeah, that's right. So, it was also the founder of Netflix was also on that list. 10 people who don't. 10 people who don't matter.
Well, that's when they were just delivering it to your mailbox.
Yeah, I saw the David Letterman. My next guest needs no introduction. Zach Galifianakis, who was on episode 1 of season 2, so it's been over a year ago that happened. He talked about that he was still part of the DVD delivery from Netflix. It's still one of his perks of working for them. He's still got movies on DVD. Here's today's water cooler question. It's your chance to win. You're going to text your answer to 270-259-6000. 270-259-6000. You're going to give you your choice of theme park tickets. You can have Holiday World Beach Bend or Kentucky Kingdom. You can have 4 Beach Bend or 2 of the others, but you've got to be the first to answer today's water cooler question by texting the answer to 270-259-6000. 4 in 10 women admit they had their hair cut for this reason. 4 in 10 women admit they had their hair cut for this reason. What is it? 4 in 10 women admit they had their hair cut for this reason. What is it? Text the answer to 270-259-6000. Well, Saturday, I took the bait. I fell victim to the hype. And I talked the missus over there into having date night at the cinema. So we have now seen Top Gun Maverick, which had another great weekend. It only fell off 30%. It only fell off 30% from its Memorial Day figure, and its weekend number 2 was still higher than any other movie's week number 1 of the year. And it is also its week number 2. Maybe not. It's higher. I do know that his week number 2 was higher than any opening week in Tom Cruise's career. So it's still it's gaining momentum rather than losing momentum. It did $291 million total. It 86 this past weekend, $500 million worldwide already. Doctor Strange was 2, Bob's Burger movie at 3, etc.
How was it?
Well,
it was good.
I was afraid that I let the hype get to me, and I thought it was going to be hard to...
You went in with very high expectations kind of thing?
I went in with high expectations, but then I was afraid. I thought, oh no. I've let the people hype me up, and now I'm hyped.
To where it had to be
And now
perfect.
it will come in under. And I walked out the door of the cinema, and what do you remember what I said to you?
Well, I remember asking you, did you like it?
Did you like it? And I said, that was great.
Yeah.
That's just...
Because he sounded like a little kid.
Yeah, it was like,
great.
that was great. I don't know. There's Star Wars movies I've seen recent years that I probably didn't say that was great.
Now, do you have to watch the first Top Gun to watch this one?
No. Well, I would encourage it.
Okay.
Because you'll get...
But it's not like a Harry Potter movie where if you watch the 5th Harry Potter, you're going to be a little confused.
No. It can serve as a standalone. I did ask her...
It would make it better if you did.
I thought about trying to coordinate with her and watch the original.
It's on one of the services, I think.
Oh, yeah. We've got plenty of access. You can rent it on YouTube for $2.99. Well, it's true.
We have it
You can, but yeah, we have it. I've got it recorded on DVR. We've got it on disc, and then you can also record it if you need to. You can also rent it from YouTube if you need it.
I'm looking to see where I could even watch it.
Here's what you will miss. You will miss all of the nuance and the tips of the cap. You will miss the flashbacks. You won't know, since you won't know the origin story, it will just seem...
I have that service.
So you would be much better off to see the original. And then, now, for a person like me, you said, honey, well, I feel like I would have liked to have watched the original again, but she thought her history with it served as a good enough foundation that she could watch this over the top of. I said, so it's not like me.
No.
that you've seen it so many times, it's you know it inside and out.
Are you glad that you saw it in theater?
I'm so glad I saw it in theater, and I'm even so glad I saw it IMAX. So we went IMAX, and I've got it dialed in on IMAX now. I like IMAX, but not in 3D.
3D gives me a headache.
I've seen the last 2 Star Wars movies. I've seen in IMAX in 3D, and I've been like, I'm not so sure. IMAX 2D is where it's at. It was immersive. The sound, she had to wear earplugs. It was so loud.
Yeah, I wear earplugs in that situation. Like it rattles my head and my teeth.
The opening sequence is exactly like the 1986 version, but they reshot it with modern photography, but it's on the deck of the aircraft carrier, and it's spot on. The way they tied it together, the storylines, the flashbacks, the photography, the ending on its own, so good.
Would you go back to the theater to see it again?
I would go to see it this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
I would.
You need to phone a friend.
Well, what I'd like to go with someone who hasn't seen it, and I'd like say,
Okay.
"Oh, you need to see it." So I'm going to take you to see it just so I can watch it again. I'm telling you, you will enjoy it much more if you've seen the first one, because you'll get the connections. You'll go, "Oh, like Rooster's not going to make near as much sense to you if you've not felt."
How was the Val Kilmer fake voice?
Wait for it.
You just not gonna?
Yeah,
no spoilers.
I also feel like I shouldn't have named Rooster. I didn't say the context of Rooster, but you won't.
That's like speaking Chinese to me.
That's right.
I was gonna say
but
saying that I haven't seen it.
But if I say anything else about Rooster, then I am taking away from your experience.
Okay. Well, maybe this weekend I can. Now that I know what streaming service to look on, I can look it up.
The music that found its way from the old movie to the new.
Lady Gaga's song in there. Did
it's
it
good.
work?
It's good. They bring it in at the right. It's got a refrain in it. It's got a reprise. It's really good. The only one-liner that I did not hear was negative Ghost Rider. The pattern's full. Like that. I was wanting negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full, and it might have been in there, and I missed it. But I was kind of looking. for it. So.
I don't think both of us would miss that.
No, surely not.
I don't think.
And I also meant to say that today you were rolling Mach 10.4 with your hair on fire. And if you've seen the movie, then people would get that, but otherwise you would not. All right, let's see. Here's today's water cooler question. Let's see. No.
It's a lot of no's.
No. 4 in 10.
No one got it?
Women said they admit they have had their hair cut for this reason. What is it? 270.
Okay, I got an answer on there that no one said. So maybe I'm on the board. All
right, we'll try and hold it over through the break and give you a chance. Text your answer 270-259-6000. 4 in 10 women admit they have had their hair cut for this reason. I'll say, nah. I'm just going to try to give you a clue, but I can't give you a clue now. We got to get to a break, come back, finish it up for the morning here on In the Know.
Jerry Seinfeld was talking to a younger comedian who struggled with whether he should abandon his career. He considered giving up and getting a job with a steady paycheck. In response, Seinfeld challenged the younger comedian to figure out his why. Seinfeld told him a story about a band of musicians who were traveling through a snowstorm toward their next gig. Sometime in the night, their bus hit a snowdrift and got stuck. Determined not to cancel their show, they grabbed their instruments, began to walk, and trudged for miles through the wind and the bitter cold. Finally, they came to an old country house with smoke rising from the chimney. They peeked through the windows and discovered a scene out of a Norman Rockwell painting. Mom and Dad sat with their kids around the dinner table. They ate and laughed together while the fireplace nearby kept them warm. Outside, one of the musicians, still shivering from the cold, turned to a fellow band member and said, "Ugh, how do people live like that?" Whether you're facing a career challenge or a family crisis, knowing why you're fighting for success is key to achieving it. Your why is the thing that shrinks the mountains blocking your path. Your why helps you overcome obstacles and solve problems. How, where, and when are the mechanics for creating the life that you want for yourself. But why is the inspiration that makes it all a reality. For more to help you thrive, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
The credit card debt happened when my daughter was born. I was using one credit card account to roll over into another credit card account, and it was snowballing.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity. 800-990-6976.
When I first called Trinity, the representative understood the need based on the situation. They were great people to work with. From the first phone call that I made, they had me on a track to mitigate the credit card debt.
Trinity will consolidate your accounts into one easy-to-manage monthly payment, reduce your interest, and possibly improve your credit score. You'll save thousands.
Working with Trinity gave me the ability to save thousands of dollars. My name's Doug, and thanks to Trinity, I'm debt-free for keeps.
Call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976.
MB's point to ponder for today. What is the oddest summer job you ever had? It's the oddest summer job you ever had. You're shaking your head. No,
I've never had an odd.
No odd summer job.
No.
I never really had a summer job. Every job I had was
babysitting is
year-round.
I had a job that I bet not many people had. I mean, by percentage, I bet if you lined up 100 people, maybe 2-3 people might have it. Is that I umpired baseball games for the Caneyville ballpark system when I was a teenager, like I do when I was 17, 18, 16. I would do the little league and minor league games. So I even did some church softball games.
I was a paper boy.
I mean, all mine were normal.
I guess it wasn't a summer job, but I guess it started in the summer. I was a mascot for a daycare that had opened.
Now that is interesting.
But
what was the mascot?
Bengals. It was a Bengal Tiger. My next door neighbor who played for the Bengals opened a daycare, and he needed somebody to get in a costume and stand on the side of the road. So I did it I probably only did it 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, to know that you did it.
It is.
I was Tato the Tiger.
Now I need, like you to be flipping a sign or something like.
I was just more like this. I couldn't, because you're wearing the big paws, so it's not. Like, it's already hard enough to hold the sign, let alone try and do something.
Did you do a little end zone dance and things like that to cut up?
I didn't have a football.
Test drove fork trucks. Interesting.
Yes, I didn't know that.
Ooh.
It was my mom.
Interesting. Your mom's driven a fork truck?
I guess she has. I didn't know that.
Like a forklift? I always wanted to. I kept thinking my friends at Cormark would hook me up with driving a.
It's probably a good reason they haven't, right?
Yeah, they let me stand next to one day. If your phone number ends in 5110, you knew that driver's license was the correct answer. Driver's license picture is the reason 40% of women say they got their hair cut. So congratulations to, what did I say, 5110?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those women clearly do not let theirs expire.
5110, oh yeah.
I mean, if they have time to fit a hair appointment in and... Yeah, theirs have not expired.
Yeah, you noticed when yours expired, you had to drive straight to the courthouse.
Luckily now,
in pajamas.
Since you got to do like the whole real ID thing, you got to make an appointment ahead of time so you can really plan it out. It's not like you can just show up.
My clue was going to be you can't do this in Litchfield anymore.
I thought you were going to go think of Olivia Rodrigo or something.
Well,
no.
Too obvious.
You've met me, yes.
You wouldn't have thought that.
No. All right, on television tonight. There's something. Is it America's Got Talent? Does that come on Monday nights?
Sure.
I think it does.
Sounds good.
American Ninja Warrior comes on NBC tonight.
There you go.
Also, don't forget the lyrics. Roswell, New Mexico is on the CW in the NHL playoffs. So America's Got Talent, America's Ninja Warrior. They're about the same thing. Aren't they?
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
No idea.
just one might take a little bit more athleticism than the other.
Today's highlight in history, this date in 1944, during World War II, Allied forces stormed the beaches of Normandy on D-Day as they began the liberation of German-occupied Western Europe. The YMCA, Young Men's Christian Association, was founded this date in 1844 in London. In 1934, the Securities and Exchange Commission was established. The first Little League baseball game ever played was played this date in 1939. Lundy Lumber defeated Lycoming Dairy 23-8 in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. The Lundy Lumber crew were tough. They had a good team that year.
I've heard about them.
Birthdays today. Harvey Firestein is 70. Jorn Borg is 66. Colin Quinn is 63. Paul Giamatti is 55. Uncle Cracker is 48. Gone but not forgotten. Nathan Hale, born in 1755.
Should I know who that is?
I only regret that I have but one life to give to my country. You don't remember that famous quote?
No.
Levi Stubbs, born in 1936. Chart toppers.
Gotta look up Nathan Hale.
Chart toppers are going to have to be abbreviated. Bats Domino, I'm in Love Again, number one, 1956.
Okay, now I'm kind of... He's kind of ringing a bell now.
1965. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs, number one, Wooly Bully. Don't have time to relive
Come on,
it
where's
today,
the chorus? Oh, we're not even going to get to the chorus?
No, I would, but I really don't have time to retell the story. I can't play the chorus without retelling the story about my teenage years in that song. Paul McCartney and Wings, Band on the Run. It takes a long time to get to this point of the song. It's like 2 minutes before music. Irene Cara, Flashdance, What a Feeling, number one in 83. Mariah Carey, I'll Be There in 92. Jennifer Lopez, Play in 2001. Katy Perry, California Girls in 2010. Billie Eilish, Bad Guy, 3 years ago today. They're your chart toppers for today. MB's Pearl of Wisdom says this: to hit the mark, aim above the mark. To hit the mark, aim above the mark. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Remember, God loves you, and I do too. If you don't know Jesus, let me know, and I'll introduce you. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Sam Gormley, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powering through the Twin Lakes with the best mix of music, news, weather, and fun. If it's in the Twin Lakes,